Hello all, my name is Chrissy Bigelow and I'm doing my presentation on Bernie Madoff and the Ponzi scheme that he executed. This Ponzi scheme was the biggest Ponzi scheme ever carried out in the history of time. And it was on such a grand level that thousands of people were investing their money with him, and he was able to take billions of dollars from all of these people. And what's so crazy about the whole thing is that this went on for decades. And there's a lot of reasons that Bernie Madoff was able to carry such a huge scheme out for so long. And part of it was Bernie Madoff, when he started Madoff Investment Securities back in the 60s, he really thought, which is not for certain, that he was actually running a legitimate investment firm. And he started to build up a very high status clientele, including Steven Spielberg and many other high status people. And so, because word got around that he was offering reliable 10% plus interest returns back on their investments. And so once word got around, more and more people kept coming. But the thing is, along the road somewhere, it's thought that maybe it was in the 90s, but it's unsure of exactly when the Ponzi scheme started. Bernie Madoff quit investing people's money into any investments like the stock market. Instead, people would give him their money and he would put it directly into the company's bank account, or actually even his own personal bank account. And it worked well for so long because there were more people investing money with him than people taking out. And when anyone did want to withdraw their supposed gains and principal, then he would just take the money straight out of this bank account that theirs and many others' investments went into, and he would give them back this entire portfolio of money. And this went on for so many years, and Bernie Madoff was even able to survive this Ponzi scheme during multiple recessions. But once the 2008 recession came along, then people started losing faith in the financial industry. Banks, investment firms, they started going out of business left and right. And so Bernie Madoff Investment Securities was not the exception that people were panicked with. And so people started racing for the door, trying to get their money back. But at this point, people were trying to get more money out than they were putting in. And Bernie Madoff knew that this was the end for his Ponzi scheme. And he eventually ended up confessing to his sons what he'd done, and they turned him in the next day to the FBI. But it just goes to show, so many people thought this man was so powerful that what he was doing just couldn't be false. Even the SEC investigated him just on possible suspicions, and even they didn't find anything out, which further aided in everyone else's trust that this is a legitimate man, that he has been investigated and no wrongdoing was found. And so because of that, for so long, no one really doubted what he was doing. And because of that, which it's very unfortunate, but many people were swindled out of billions of dollars, like I said at the beginning. And so Bernie Madoff, he was given a life sentence in prison for it. And the SEC had to do a complete revamp on many of their investigation tactics and laws. And it was a complete embarrassment that they didn't catch such a great fraud for so long. And so the hope is something like this never happens again. But Ponzi schemes, it isn't just something that someone can pull off on such a, like just your neighbor in your neighborhood. This is something that defrauded our whole country, investors all throughout the country and the world of money. And so it just goes to show the lesson that can be taken out of this is that be careful with your money and who you trust with it, even if it does seem it is a legitimate thing. Things can be too good to be true. Thank you for your time, and good luck with all of your presentations and your investment.